Work a little less, earn a little less, kick back a little more, enjoy life a whole lot more because... Hi, I'm Richard Lepinsky. I'm a ukulele playing singer-songwriter here in Merritt, BC. My music path started around when I was age 9. My earliest memory was watching the Ed Sullivan Show on TV, and Gene Krupa came on and played a drum solo. Somehow I wanted to do that. Made that known to my parents. They weren't real happy with that. They kind of hoped that desire would go away, but a few years later they kind of relented and I started doing drum lessons. A few years after that, I somehow got into organ lessons. I know my dad had played accordion, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to play organ, but so we rented one for a number of months, and we never bought it. But at least I learned chords and some basic music theory at that point. A few years later in high school, I had a school friend who was actually taking operatic singing lessons. By now I'm drumming in bands, little bands in the basement and community bands, and thought I'd like to learn how to sing. So I went and took some operatic singing lessons, but never did learn how to sing harmony well, so a lot of those skills just kind of sat dormant for many years until I picked up ukulele. So drums was my main focus for, I actually played for about 50 years, I guess. Got pretty good at it. And after high school, I started playing in bands and pubs 6 nights a week, making my living at it. And did that, we're talking in the 70s now. Whether you're eating a steak or a sandwich, you pay a price. Every form of refuge has its price. So playing ukulele I didn't come to until my late 50s. I saw a documentary on TV entitled The Mighty Uke for ukulele, and I just thought, that's really fun. I went out and bought one and I started to learn it. And I went to a local group that had about 50 people come in the afternoon. Most were retired. And it was just great fun. We ended up moving to Mission in 2013. I decided to start a group there. When I moved to Merritt a couple years ago, I thought, yeah, let's do it again. So we started a group in January of 2020. And we ended up with about a dozen people coming out for the first few months, and then the pandemic hit. And of course, that shut everything down, and it's kind of only now we're starting to meet every 2 weeks again and trying to redraw some interest. I started songwriting from a music teacher in Mission who was teaching a songwriting course, and I went, and that really kind of kick-started things for me. Having drummed for many years in bands, I had a basic idea of what a song needs. Verse, chorus, some intros, maybe a bridge, those kinds of things. Probably a more important aspect to songwriting was I was in the Toastmasters speech-making club for about 10 years when I was working. And so I used to do a lot of research on speech topics and material and ideas and special word ideas and things like that. So it wasn't such a big jump to go from that into writing lyrics. I'm sitting under a giant shade tree and enjoying the shade from the hot sun that beats down from the sky. When we moved to Merritt, I attended and really enjoyed performing at the open mic Friday nights at Kukuli's restaurant. And also through the Arts Council, I started the Merritt Ukulele Circle. The Arts Council will also be doing a ukulele program, youth ukulele program in the fall, which I'll be teaching, and it's will be for children aged 10 to 17. So I'm curious as to how many people will get coming out. The youth coming out for that should be fun. I feel the Arts Council has done an excellent job at supporting artists in the community. I'm very impressed by all the different shows they have at the store. And for music specifically, the Kukuli's open mic and this interview project are good examples of them supporting music in the community. They also asked me to play at the Art of Clothing show, which they had a handful of weeks back at the store. And that was great fun because I had not made a live performance since before the pandemic, so that was great fun. You need to have a vision to plant those trees and help them grow. There's many ways to write a song. I'm still learning them myself, and I think it's something you have to kind of keep experimenting with and trying new things, because that's what keeps creativity flowing. I focus on 4 parts of the song: the chord pattern, the rhythm, the melody, and the lyrics. And so my process of late is to start with a chord pattern, find one that I can strum. I do study a bit of music theory to kind of get better at that area of it. And then I choose a rhythm to go with the chords. Being a drummer, that's not too hard, but there are different rhythms. You can look a fast up-tempo swing, or a shuffle pattern, or straight eights, maybe more of a country tune, or a funk type tune, or a 6/8 time. So there's some nice choices you can make there. After I have the chord pattern and the rhythm, I start kind of humming and noodling on the ukulele for some melody notes that'll fit well with that chord pattern. And lastly, I usually put the lyrics in last. I've started to keep little computer files of potential lyrics, lyric ideas, different things I might hear on the news, in conversations, on the radio, anywhere. That main idea or topic will often be the chorus of the song. You try to make that the part people will remember. That's, I think, what you want to try and do. And from there I can develop further lyrics for the verses and flush out the story a little more and tell the story more fully, and kind of go where your ear goes. I guess that's the bottom line, because the end result is to end up with a song that has a pleasing sound to the ear. So, if we have a chord, here's a simple C chord, da, 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 da. Any of those 4 notes could be a part of the melody, and it could even be a passing note in the key of C. And then you go to another chord. So this was kind of a ballad tune. Change your mind, make life better today. Change your mind, only you can. Being retired allows me to be more reflective on life, and I like to write songs about challenges and hurdles that we often all go through. In February 2020, I released my first album of original songs titled Balance in Life. After the release, I realized there was a few common themes, 3 themes in fact, that the songs were mostly built around. And one of them was self-improvement. I tend to write about social issues, and I wrote about my observations of life. I kind of gave it the theme of From Where I Sit, with a few songs called Birthday 65, when I turned 65. Today someone asked me, what do I know for sure? And I said, life will carry on. And a couple about my family, the way that life should be, and Served with Love, about my mom. In 2021, I've decided to release 1 original song per month, and that's been going quite well. It allows me to have more time to work on each song, especially in the production, recording aspect of it. So being a drummer for many years, I kind of got frustrated always waiting for guys to call me and say, let's go make some music. All of a sudden I had to pack around all these drums. And I guess that's why I kind of lean to ukulele. It's a nice small instrument, it's portable, away you go. It's quick and easy. And of course with technology now, I have software. There's many of them out there called DAWs, digital audio workstations. And they literally have a whole orchestra in them. I mean, I can play a bit on the piano and it goes into the computer, and then I can change that those notes to trumpets or marimbas or you name it, violins, it's all there. And that's just a nice way. I don't have to depend on bandmates saying, hey, let's get together and do a session. Happy birthday, I turned 65. I thought this day would never come, and now it's here. It's pension time, no more work. It's great to be alive. No more work. It's great to be alive.